What's hippin' happening, yo? It's your boy Mego, and I'm here with Tom.
Hello.
Yeah, and we're here with some more GBA stuff. We're actually gonna go and take a look at the team and see this in-depth team analysis of what we actually think each of these team members is gonna do and how we think they're gonna function. Maybe some really good picks, some flaws that we think about each individual thing.
Kangaskhan.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I've got it. Okay, so I know, like you've got the whole list that I made up, right? It's color coded, it's beautiful.
Yes, other
I
than
love my colors.
Pinky's
I
is barely
love,
readable.
well, probably for a good reason.
Yeah, good
Ooh,
reason actually.
shots fired, shots fired. Oh, okay. So let's start out with Jack and the Maryland Mienshau's. So Jack started out late. He was taking someone's place, but when he took his place, it was at the point where the way it worked was
Jack.
so
By the way, Jack
tornadoes.
nearly ended up with a Mr. Mime.
Yeah, Jack. I'll explain something. So there was a guy named Eddie in Jack's place, and Eddie, his first draft was, "God help us all, Mr. Mime." So Mr. Mime was in the place of the Tornadus T, and then it went horizontally across. This is the order of the draft until Pinky got to his Staraptor. It then went down. Pinky chose Leafeon, and it went backwards. The point in which Jack took over was the Gliscor. So Jack replaced his Mr. Mime and got two other picks in a row. So Jack, his first picks were Tornadus Therian, Mienshao, and Excadrill. And right off the bat, we looked at it because you're only allowed three OU Pokemon, and
He just went straight out there with two.
I basically wet my pants. I'm like, oh no, oh no. Because that Tornadus T, I'm not sure what Tornadus T does, and I think it's more of a fear of the unknown
Is
that
that
kind of scares
is
me.
that the regenerator one?
I think that's the Regenerator one, and
If
I
it
don't
is,
know.
it could be mixed as well. That's the most scary part about it.
Mienshao will fake out everybody, it will high jump kick everyone. Now, the only problem with that is I'm pretty sure every single team
Has a
has a
ghost type.
ghost type.
Yes.
So he's gonna have to be careful with the high jump kicks. And then you've got Excadrill, who I'm not sure how it's gonna function without Sand on his team.
Well, it is a mold breaker Pokemon. Both me and you, Aiden, have Rotoms.
Yeah,
I'm fairly
yeah.
certain someone has a Gengar somewhere, don't they? Or did they replace it?
No, no, they
They
redrafted the
redrafted
Gengar.
it. But yeah, and it's also a very good rapid spinner. So
So
that's
yeah, he has a Rapid Spinner in Excadrill. Then he chose the Mew, and the Mew, I am
that was his last OU pick.
I am pissing myself as we talk about this Mew, because this Mew can do anything. The only problem I see with his Mew is that if he doesn't bring Excadrill, or if he doesn't bring enough physical attackers, Excadrill might be forced into an all-out offensive role, making Mew like locked
Defensive.
into the defogger location.
Yeah, well, he can run his moves physically bulky. He can run it specially
Yeah, like
bulky. He can run it physically
I
offensive,
feel like
specially
Mew,
defensive.
when it comes to Mew, I feel like Mew is going to do one of two jobs. It's either going to Stealth Rock and set up hazards, or it's going to be there to get rid of hazards. I don't see it doing much else, but if he does other things with it, I'm applauding him because I think that would be an amazing use of a
You
Pokemon.
might put Will-O-Wisp on it and
That
make
is
it
true.
bulky.
Then, after
Speaking
his
of
Mew,
bulky Pokemon,
yeah, there is Umbreon.
Dumbreon.
His Umbreon is going to piss everyone off.
All the other seven people were going to be annoyed with it.
All
I
other,
actually
okay, well,
genuinely like
I don't want to see this thing. I've
my
got counters to it. I've actually already prepared my team for Jack's match, but like, if it comes, I'm gonna cry.
I am
It is
genuinely
ridiculously
hate
bulky.
Umbreon.
It is going to be the center of its core, and I think Umbreon will probably end up coming to all, if not most, of his matches that he does, because it's not going to end well. He's going to have that thing, and he's going to hold on to it for dear life. It is going to support him. He will run the Mew Umbreon core like there's nothing else, because Umbreon has the only weakness they share is Bug.
Bug.
Which, how many Bug types are there?
I can't really see many.
You've got Galvantula. I see Galvantula,
You know, of course, you see
and that's it.
your Galvantula.
I see
Oh,
Galvantula. Oh, Scolipede.
technically my Fortress, but it's not
Yes,
going to be running
Galvantula, Scolipede, and Fortress. That's what he has to deal with when it comes to the double weakness. In which he has, what does he have? He's got
to deal with bug
Mienshao.
types. He doesn't really have much.
He has Excadrill. Mienshao can run like Fire Punch or something. Pretty sure it gets Rock Slide as well. I know Excadrill gets Rock Slide. He's good. Then he's got
Yeah.
his Mega Sceptile, which was originally a Mega Pidgeot because we allowed one redraft. after the entire thing?
Technically, it wasn't his redraft. It's just he wasn't there when we were initially picking our
Oh, okay.
mons, and he told me what he wanted, and then I accidentally picked the wrong of the two.
Okay, so yeah, sure. So he had a Mega Pidgeot, which I was actually a little more scared of than the Mega Sceptile.
Yeah, well, considering
I
I
don't
have
like the
Mammoth,
play
why
of
not
making
fine?
it Mega Sceptile. I think he should have stayed with Mega Pidgeot because, as we just talked about, he has that bug weakness.
No, he had electric weakness in Tornadus, and that's the reason why I didn't want Mega Pidgeot.
And but I think Mega Pidgeot for his main core, or what looks like it could be his main core, would actually function really well.
Yeah, I know.
And then he's got the Trevenant. Now, how do you feel about Trevenant?
It is annoying as hell to deal with unless you have a knockoff Pokemon, which I
Which
think in most people's cases they do. But
I have
obviously,
two. I know I have at least two.
he will predict obviously us to go for a knockoff on his Trevenant to
My
switch
thing
out.
about Trevenant is I absolutely loved Trevenant. When it first came out, I was all about it. I was running attacks, I was running special attack, I was running specially bulky, defensively bulky. I don't like Trevenant. I don't like the pick.
You don't like
It's
it as a
too
mod that he picked, or
No,
just
I
don't
don't
like
like
it
it,
in general?
and I wouldn't pick it myself either. I think it's too physically weak. I don't think it's going to be able to take the hits he needs it to take.
No, but
Like
he
it
can
could
use
be
it to stall.
like a certain Venusaur.
He has Umbreon to stall, Mew to stall. I'm going to completely ignore that comment. He has Gastrodon to stall. He has
For the
Fake Out on
record,
Mean
in case you
Chow.
guys were wondering, me and Tom did a practice match just with random Pokemon from our teams, and I stalled him out in a 75 turn match with a Venusaur.
He had one Pokemon left in both matches we had. And considering that wasn't my team that I was going to use to fight him, I did pretty well.
It doesn't matter. Okay, anyways, let's get back on top. Let's get back on topic here. You've got,
Ursaring.
you've got Ursaring up. I'm scared.
Really?
Everybody's going to underestimate Ursaring. And is that the one with the quick feet or the guts?
I think it could be
Or
both.
Okay, that's even worse because you don't know whether it's going to hit hard and you want to bring in something defensive, or it's going to go faster and you're going to want to bring in something speedy.
Well, to be
Like,
fair, either way, you're going to want to bring in something physically defensive that
yeah,
resists normal.
that is true. How many people have that though?
Me, Fortress.
You have Fortress.
And there's also any ghost type really can deal with Ursaring's stab, so he's not going to be
Yeah,
able to
that
use
is
Facade
true.
on you. And all of us have ghost types.
It's still a really good pick.
Yeah, it's a
Gastrodon?
decent lower tier pick.
Yeah, Gastrodon is disgusting.
I'm annoyed with Gastrodon. I forgot
It's
all about
gonna
it.
sit there. His team is almost as bulky as Adam's.
Yeah, Adam's is
And
very bulky.
so then you've got Excelgor, and Excelgor used to be my favorite Pokemon before Behemoth.
Aren't they
And
like? No, the wrong Pokemon.
Excelgor, it's a glass cannon. It'll kill maybe 1.5 things per battle, and it'll die.
It might be Choice Scarf Final Gambit just to make sure it outspeeds and does a lot of damage to things.
I used to lead with the Choice Scar Final Gambit Excelgor every single match.
It can just easily take out a lead one.
Yeah,
So
I
it's very
don't
annoying.
I don't see it functioning as well as he hopes though.
No, I don't see it being used much in his team, to be honest. And there's also remember it's Maryland, not Maryland, because we got it wrong. We got it wrong at first.
I got it wrong actually. But yeah, overall his team is pretty good. I think he's got one of the best out of the 8 drafts that we have.
Yeah, definitely. It's incredibly high tier, but still.
Yeah. Because basically the way it worked is you were allowed 3 OU Pokemon, 4 UU, and 3 of anything below UU. So a bunch of people tried to get all their OUs out of the way first. Some of us kind of, we went for lower tier stuff first, and there's a phone.
Yo, me and Aiden have the exact same phone ringtone. House
I
phone
got the
ringtone.
phone.
Yeah, you go green just went weird. So I'm gonna read it.
People like calling me. I don't like them calling me. They can go do whatever they want. I don't care. Anyway, so where were we? We were at the Excelgor, I think?
Yes, we
So
were.
the Excelgor, it's an interesting pick. Like I said, I don't see it doing very well.
Neither do I.
Overall, his team is good. He's got a lot of the bulk. He's got a lot of offensive possible power. I like it. It's definitely the top 3,
So
top 2
which
picks.
of his team do you think is going to be the best, and which is going to be the worst?
Like I said, for the worst, his worst Pokemon or how it's going to function,
Yeah.
Trevenant.
Okay.
His worst pick, Mega Sceptile, because he could have gone with the Mega Pidgeot.
Okay, in my opinion, I think his worst is a Selgor because of all of our ghost types. I think his best pick is Excadrill.
Yeah, I've got to agree. Excadrill or Mew for me is his best.
Yeah.
Then
Right,
we've
so we're going
got-
to move on to the Kansas Cocooners, which is
Run
Adam's
by
team.
our friend Adam, who is also going to be one of the commentators, possibly for this.
Yes, every battle that you're not in, isn't it?
His round one, yeah, his round one pick, Mega frickin' Metagross.
Oh my god, it's so scary.
It is here to take our lives. It's here to take our souls with the four arms, and it's going to crush them and pound them into the ground. And after his first round pick, as it was going along, it got to about my pick. I was like, okay, Adam's gonna go with full offense, right? He's gonna hyper offense with that Mega Metagross. He's gonna go for it. He's just gonna wreck our lives. And then he chooses Gliscor.
Gliscor is actually my second least favorite Pokemon in physical existence. I
Like
despise Gliscor with pretty much every fiber of my being, and I have one Pokemon to counter Gliscor, and that is literally it.
we do free for alls sometimes when we're just kind of chilling on a call, and anytime someone brings a Gliscor, it just needs to die.
We just need to
Like
kill it straight away.
we all go for it's
It has
such a bad
Protect, it
Pokemon.
has Substitute, it has Earthquake and Toxic. That's
It
basically
will,
all it needs.
yeah.
It can have Roost if it wants.
It gets Ice Fang. People run Ice Fang on it.
It also gets Fling with its Toxic Orb.
Yep. It's gonna be a pain. Then he picked Conkeldurr, which is a mix between the two. It's a good heavy offensive, but it'll sit there and it'll soak up hits as well. Run the Assault Vest, Drain Punch. That's recovery right there.
Conqueror was also on my list, which is ridiculously annoying. But,
Tom got basically all of his list jacked from him.
but when we say Jack, Jack has 3 of his things on my list. So,
Yeah, and then
literally
he
Jack.
then I was like, okay, maybe he's just preparing a team, and then he gets Porygon 2.
I don't like Porygon 2 at all.
Porygon 2 is such a
So
pain
bulky.
to deal with.
His team
It-
is very
it's
big
like-
knockoff fodder though. Like
Yeah.
Porygon 2 and Dusklops, as we'll get onto later. Both of them you really want to try and knock off.
The
as quick as
Eviolite
you can.
Porygon 2, unless you've got something with knockoff, that thing's gonna sit there and it's gonna eat the hits and it's gonna recover stall you and toxic stall you. It's gonna hit you with the tri attacks, the ice beams, the thunderbolts. Like it's gonna be a pain. He could run a Choice Specs Porygon 2 to throw people off.
Yeah.
It's something I would do.
Yeah, but this is you're weird.
People would want to force out into something that could take the Porygon 2 out, maybe a knockoff user, and it'll Choice Specs hit them. Then he continues with the bulk.
Oh my god.
With the wheezing. The physically defensive monster. I'm so happy he never got Muck, because that would just...
I don't know, I think I would have preferred him to get Muck because...
No, I meant in addition to wheezing.
Oh, in addition to Weezing, yeah.
Like-
Weezing, as you guys know, only has one weakness, being Psychic.
It has Psychic. But
Oh, wait, is anyone who's pointed out that Adam has a giant weakness to Psychic? Tentacruel,
has-
Weezing, Conkeldurr. That's like 3 of his main mons.
damn. But and at the same time, Wheezing only has one main weakness, but the Mold Breaker Excadrill.
Yeah, see, that's...
It'll come in with
Excadrill.
Earthquake. Yeah,
Sounds
that's
great.
good. Now I think about it, Excadrill is an amazing pick for Jack.
Yeah, Mold Breaker. It's the only Mold Breaker here, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because nobody grabbed like Haxorus or anything.
No.
But he takes Wheezing, which is more bulk with Will-O-Wisp and Pain Split and everything that we don't want to
You
see.
could even put Toxic Spikes on it if you really wanted to, but I doubt it.
And then,
If that bulk
we're like,
wasn't enough...
I'm like, he's got 3 bulky things, 2 somewhat bulky things. He's got to be done. He's got to be done at this point.
Nope, he went ahead
He
and
grabs
chose
the
Tentacruel.
Tentacruel.
Which is his only rapid spinning Pokemon, but Tentacruel
God.
is incredibly annoying to deal with.
Damn
It's very
it.
fast.
And if you want, he'll run a specially bulky one. Because I've used the specially bulky Tentacruel. It works.
Yeah, with
It
Liquid
eats up. He eats up hits like nothing else. His team is disgusting. Then he calms down and he's like, okay, guys, I get it. You guys are tired of the book. I'll take an Alakazam. It's a good Pokemon. It's a fast-hitting Pokemon.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, thank God, Adam. Adam, you're done with the bulk, Whimsicott.
No, Whimsicott is...
It's like
It's not bulky, but it can
it's
act
annoying,
like, it acts
and it
like
will
it's bulky
it
with
will act
Substitute.
it'll act like it's a wall. It'll be a wall. It'll piss everyone off.
Is it one of only... No, it's the only prankster Pokemon that I can see here now. Because
Well, now, because hint,
Yeah.
hint.
Hint, hint.
And before any of you get up in arms right now about how Sableye is a prankster Pokemon,
That
there's
should now
actually a
be Mega.
mistake with it is a Mega Sableye. It was a mistake I made with the spreadsheet. It should say Mega Sableye.
Let's go with that. Next, he has Cloyster, which I think has like 100 and something
It's
base
got
defense.
annoyingly large defense,
So
but
in
it
terms
is
of
a
bulk,
Shell Smasher. It's gonna set up on us. It can be defensive. It's gonna. I don't know. I hate him. I hate
it's
him
gonna
so much. I hate
Cloyster's gonna
Adam.
Adam's team
Adam
is so
pisses me
annoying.
off. He's
And
gonna.
we've
And
for,
he
for his
takes.
last mon, you'd think you might pick something a little weak, something
You
crappy,
know what
maybe
his
like a
offensive
Selgor,
power is? You know what his offensive power is?
Conkeldurr.
Metagross,
Yeah,
Alakazam,
yeah,
Conkeldurr,
maybe
and
Cloyster.
And
Yeah,
Cloyster.
he has 4 offensive mons. 4. That's it.
And he takes the Dusclops. We're like, okay. All right, Adam. Okay. I
Adam,
see how
chill,
it's gonna
chill.
be.
It's fine.
The
Adam,
thing I do, well, I never really covered it with Whimsicott, but the thing I did notice is that if you can get a sound move off, you're good. Like, I know for a fact, my counter to Whimsicott, if I wanted to bring it, would be Galvantula. It got the Bug Buzz. It's super effective, I think. I don't think Fairy resists Bug.
yeah, well, I have Drapion, just poison jab it for days.
Yeah, like it's gonna be bulky, but it's like removable.
Yeah,
And then Dusclops is just
annoying.
God
It gets Pain Split,
frickin'.
Will-O-Wisp.
the only problem I see with Dusclops is there's tons of knockoff, and it's a ghost type with Eviolite.
It's the most knockoff worthy Pokemon. By the way,
Yeah.
guys, we're gonna have to pause it right here for pizza-related issues. We'll be right back. Right, hello people. My pizza is safe. No need to worry.
This stupid pizza.
What do you mean, stupid
Who
pizza?
would interrupt it for their own issues? That
Okay,
is
I
rude.
interrupted my own team for my pizza. Sorry, I put pizza.
So
above
yeah,
my
basically,
team.
I want to quickly recap Adam's team. I will recap it in 3 words: disgusting, bulk,
Horrific.
and bulk.
2 of them have to be bulk. So wait, who is his best pick and his worst pick? I forgot to go on to that.
Okay, best pick, or sorry, worst pick competitive wise,
Yeah.
or worst pick opinionative, because I hate all of his team.
I hate Gliscor, so we're gonna go competitive wise.
Okay,
Otherwise, it'd be biased.
then Gliscor.
Then Gliscor. Really?
Yeah.
So I guess. I think his worst pick is
Dusclops. In
Dusclops,
my
probably,
opinion.
because
Yeah.
he has already an Eviolite Pokemon.
Yeah.
And his
So
best
his
pick,
team, I've got to say, out of all of them, his team is my favorite. Oh, sorry.
favorite team.
No, okay. I need to start getting favorite competitively or favorite personally.
We're gonna go
Personally-
with everything is based on competitively.
Then it's my favorite. Personally, it's disgusting. I hate it. It's go burn in hell.
Yes. I think his best mon is Conkeldurr as a pick.
Conkeldurr. It seems like it's gonna. Yeah. So then we've got the Arizona Rattatas, the worst team in the league, possibly the last team you'll ever want to bet on.
My team, guys. The channel that this is on. My team. So, whatever. The Arizona Rattatas are hopefully going to come through and pull for glory. If not, they'll have the the kill with the most... Bollocks. The mon with the most kills. There we go.
So out of okay, I'd like to point out, guys, that this team is completely out of order of the draft pick.
Yes,
Oh,
I will actually explain that because I actually did it on purpose. I did it in order of my 3 special attackers, my 3 physical attackers, my special wall, my physical wall, my support, and then my last pick. So,
Like, I don't know how it ended up happening, how
I
his team
did it on
got
purpose.
so out of order. I was trying to keep everything in order,
sorry.
and then some irresponsible loser.
I know. I remember my order. My first pick initially was Omastar, which
Yes,
you guys would be
which
happy
was
to
an
hear,
ego pick.
which was an ego pick, and then I redrafted it to be Drapion. So technically, my first pick is going to be Drapion.
You should have stayed with the Amistar.
I should have said Omastar, but I had a little bit of a worry, which I'll explain later. The reason why Omastar stroke Drapion was my first pick is because Drapion has Toxic Spikes, it can have Taunt, it could be a physically offensive Pokemon or either defense Pokemon, so it's very versatile.
Yep.
Next,
Okay.
I think, was Superior.
Superior
So
was
that is in
next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your opinions on Superior?
Leaf Storm, 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 Hidden Power Fire, Leaf Storm, Leaf Storm, Leaf Storm, Leaf Storm, Leaf Storm.
How
Oh,
much
oh,
PP do
a
I have?
Dragon type,
How much PP do I
Dragon
have of
Pulse, Leaf
Superior?
Storm, Leaf Storm, Leaf Storm. Like it's a spammy Pokemon. Honestly,
Yes,
it's not.
I do repeat the same thing on Superior, but it's a lovely mon. I'm very happy with it. The next pick is also in the correct order, Rotom Heat.
Rotom Heat.
Yes.
I like this Pokemon. It's one of my favorite Pokemon in UU. I use it all the time. I've got nothing bad to say about it.
Yeah. I think next was Milotic, the only
Milotic.
highlighted Pokemon which annoys me so much.
It was just because that was what was highlighted.
It reminds people, oh yeah, Milotic's a threat.
Milotic is interesting.
I think Milotic is this is like me tooting my own horn. I think it's the scariest wall out of all of these Pokemon.
I beg to differ, but I do like Milotic pick. It's something I would have taken.
I'm not saying it's not easy to beat, but I'm saying it's scary because I can run it physically or specially very well.
It's something I definitely would have taken on my team if I had the room.
If you remembered to pick it early enough.
No, it would have been one of my last couple picks, but
Okay. Next, I think I chose Fortress, which, what's wrong with Fortress?
it's disgusting.
It has like all of the spike moves.
Yep.
It spikes, toxic spikes, and
But
stealth
every
rock.
single person, I think, has a way to get rid of them.
Yeah, they do. But
I mean, Vertigo's isn't really too reliable,
No, Mega Blastoise. It's not that.
and a bunch of people have Magic Bounce, but you're one of those people.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. Which goes on to my next pick. It was definitely Mega Sableye,
Yeah, definitely Mega Sableye.
which I think is one of my best picks personally.
Yeah, just ignore the fact that it's not actually.
Yeah, on
Mega
here
all
it
the
says
time.
normal Sableye, but it's actually Mega Sableye.
So it's there. It's not the best pick. I would prefer normal Sableye.
Then I picked as my last UU Mon Goodra, which I'll get onto why that was an accident afterwards. What do you
That
think
was
about Goodra?
a major accident on your part.
I'll explain it after we go over Goodra.
Gudra is especially bulky. It can be especially offensive. I don't see it doing much for you, honestly.
Nah, neither do I. Now, remember that I technically picked Omastar instead of Drapion until right to the end. I had picked 7 Pokemon, 0 of them were physical attackers.
Yes.
And Goodra is my last UU pick, so I had no more UU that I could pick.
And he was going to take Darmanitan.
Yes, and Darmanitan was on
And
my
he was
list.
private messaging me during the draft. He was like, oh crap, I made a mistake. I wanted Darmanitan. It was kind of funny for me,
I think
honestly.
Goodra, because someone else was picking a bunch of dragon types and a bunch of Pokemon weak to dragon. I was like, oh, Goodra would be useful. Then I was like, oh god.
I don't have a single dragon on my team.
Yeah, but loads of people have had dragon weaknesses. Basically, just 0 had dragon weaknesses. So we picked Mega Diancie.
So what was after that for you?
Yeah, so after that was the last OU Pokemon I was able to get, Mamoswine, which I think will be the Pokemon with the most kills in the entire league.
I doubt it'll have the most, but it'll be up there.
Yeah, I'm very happy with
Mamoswine is an offensive power. It can do lots of things. It is a very threatening Pokemon that we should all watch out for.
Second to last was Emboar, which I'm not too sure if I feel.
I was
about Emboar or
unhappy
not.
with that pick.
You're unhappy with Emboar.
It's a stupid pick. But the pick I was even more unhappy about
Is it Ambipom?
is the Ambipom.
Why are you unhappy
Because
about Ambipom? Ambipom's awesome.
I wanted that Pokemon.
I didn't even know that. Really?
Yes.
Yeah, not even bad. Ambipom is actually awesome,
okay.
guys.
You remember when I had Bayonet?
Yeah.
I was looking at it and I was like, okay, I really don't need Bayonet. What do I want? I could get Ambipom. I don't have a ghost resistance yet. Oh, never mind. Tom took it.
Hey, I needed 3 physical attackers right at the end, so I had to take, and they all had to be, 2 of them had to be low tier. So Emboar and Ambipom were the 2 best low tier physical
And
attackers.
Emboar can be mixed too, so it's not that bad of a pick. I just don't like using it.
Right, so
Overall,
my best and
I'd
my
say your
worst.
team is mediocre.
My team's mediocre.
Mediocre. It's not top tier, but it's definitely not lower tier.
So so when I finished top, you haven't got any other excuse then.
Oh. Excuse me?
When I finished top, you haven't got an excuse.
Nah.
Nah. Alright, so my best and my worst pick, in your opinion.
Drapion.
Drapion is my worst.
Worst.
Okay.
Best, Mamoswine.
Mamoswine's my best, in your
It's
opinion.
it's your only real offensive powerhouse.
Yes, it is the
One thing I
only.
did notice though is other than Superior, you don't really have a setup mon.
No, I sort of on purpose.
Sort of on purpose. Explain.
Yes. Um, I initially had Omastar, which was set up, and the reason why I wanted to get rid of it is because I thought a lot of people would pick like Pokemon with Whirlwind or with Roar, and I assumed Clefable would get taken with Unaware, so I just didn't want to have
It
anything.
never did.
I didn't want to have anything to rely on.
Yeah.
You
So
usually rely on setup mons. So
so my opinion, Drapion worst, Mamoswine best. What's yours?
my worst is Gudra because of at the time I picked it as my last UU. But I hope Gudra will come through. But at the time, Gudra is my worst pick, and I think my best pick is Milotic, the one that's highlighted.
Okay, so overall, I'd say Adam and Jack are really top. Tom's in like high middle tier. He's like 3 or 4.
Yeah. So basically, the guys we're saying that Jack or Adam are going to finish quite high in the table. I'm going to finish in like the middle of the table. It's what.
These are just my predictions, though.
Yeah, it's just his prediction.
So then we've got Vertigo and the Boston Joltics.
The person who I teamed up with in the Soul Link.
Yes. His first pick, another ego pick, but not a bad ego pick this time.
It's a pretty
The
bad
Bisharp.
pick.
Because Bisharp is actually a good Pokemon in this kind of format.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that it
Remember,
is a
you
good
can't-
Pokemon in this format.
Yeah. So what are you trying to say about?
I
Omastar?
never said anything. That's enough out of you. Bisharp has Defiant, which when it gets faced with intimidating things such as Crocodile or Sticky Webs, it'll go up.
Who's the only Pokemon to fix sticky webs?
I don't know who that is. We haven't got that far yet. Lando T, brilliant Pokemon.
Yes,
The
I think
only reason I
Lando
did-
T is one of his better picks, to be honest.
The only reason I didn't personally take that was because I was building a team that I had pre-built. So,
I think
it's
his
kinda-
next Pokemon is honestly the worst pick he actually made.
Scolipede?
Yeah. Like, okay, Kangaskhan I would like to pick it, but I actually have a slight reason why I like Kangaskhan's pick. I
Alright.
genuinely do not think Scolipede was going to do much.
So, Scolipede's got the speed boost, it's got swords in it, it can set up all over your face, and if you're not careful, it will sweep your team, though.
Yes, it can baton pass, which is a little thing I'm scared about. But other than baton passing up physical attacks, and I have a
If you bring something with Taunt, Scolipede might shudder.
yeah, but it still gets to be able to pass. I know because baton pass doesn't count. Yeah,
Yeah,
something with Taunt
so
will be able to deal with it quite well.
he has Scolipede, and then he has Lucario, which I can see being the thing he either baton passes into most, or is just gonna die.
Yeah, I
because
think Lucario will put in work. It could be physical or special.
I think it can hit hard, but I think it's gonna die.
Yeah, it's not going to last many battles.
Yeah. Then you got Chandelure, which is good. It's a ghost type. It's
Also on my
possible
list.
choice Scarfer, also on your list. It's gonna be good.
He can.
I like
He
it.
doesn't even have to run Choice Scarf on it. That's the weirdest thing. He can run anything. He can run many different things with Chandelure,
And he has Slurpuff.
which is his own personal favorite pick, even though he has Bishop on his team.
Yep. I like Slurpuff pick. I think it's gonna do well for him. I think nobody's gonna see it as a threat, and they're gonna let it sit there, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna set up. It's gonna get the belly drum, citrus berry, unburden, and it's gonna kill your team.
Well, you know what we were talking about setup mons? How I only have one.
Yeah.
Look up. He actually has loads of setup mons on his team.
Yes, he does. And I
Lucario
like it.
can set up. Bishop can set up.
I'm pretty
Slurpuff
sure
can set up.
Chandelure can.
Yeah, Chandelure can have Calm Mind.
Yep, Slurpuff can. Hydreigon can. No,
So-
can Hydreigon? I don't know. if it can.
Not too sure.
But he's loaded with setup. He's loaded with sweepers. And then he's got Mega Blastoise, which is an all-around good pick, but it's his only rapid spinner, and it's going to be locked into that position for the entirety of his thing. Just because he's got 2 things weak to Stealth Rock and 2 major parts of his team, Chandelure and Scolipede.
Yeah. By the way, Aiden, your mic's doing that thing again.
Is it really? It's
Um,
not.
his next pick was Hydreigon, which I actually despise on his team, considering I don't really have
It
any
can be
fairy type.
defensively bulky as hell.
I wish I had a fairy type. Oh god, I wish I had a fairy type.
I have a fairy type, so I'm good.
Yeah. I think
But Hydreigon's a good pick. It is a good UU pick. I'm surprised it lasted until the bottom of the draft.
yeah, I think everyone just kept skipping it and missing it.
Yep. He's got Cofagrigus, another ghost type, good solid defensive wall.
Yeah, it can have Will-O-Wisp, Hex, which is a powerful combo on non-normal types.
Yep. And then he's got Kangaskhan.
Which there is a reason why I like Kangaskhan.
And I want to hear your reason, because I don't think that was a good pick.
I think it's better than Scolopede's pick, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
He doesn't have that many Pokemon that want to use the move Toxic. Maybe Cofagrigus, but obviously he's going to run Will-O-Wisp, and maybe Mega Blastoise. But if he does decide to put Toxic on a Pokemon, or even just in fact Will-O-Wisp, which he has quite a few, using Fake Out is basically another turn of free stalling. That is the reason why. I know Stall's not really...
The way I see Kangaskhan is it's going to be a Pokemon that's just going to sit there and it's not going to do much.
Yeah, but I think it might pick up a lot of revenge kills. That's the reason why I'm thinking Kangaskhan's a better pick than Scolipede. Scolipede's not going to be getting much revenge killing.
Alex is listening to us in case you were wondering.
I am aware of this. Kangaskhan can pick up a lot of revenge kills. That's the reason why I kind of like it as a pick.
And he's right. Scolipede isn't to be underestimated.
Yeah, Scolipede's not to be underestimated, but I just think if someone shuts down his Scolipede early, it's basically a useless Pokemon. I know he can run T-Spikes and normal Spikes, but still Taunt ruins all of it.
So overall, what do you think his best pick and his worst pick are?
Worst pick, Scolipede. I think his best pick is probably Lucario. We know he's going to die early, but
we're going to completely disagree here. Worst pick is Kangaskhan, and for his best pick, I'm torn between Lando T and Slurpuff.
I'm nowhere near Slurpuff, but I will go with you on Lando T.
Yeah. And then, so here's another one. I think might be around your team in things, but he's not the worst. And then we have the best team in the league, the Alabama Behemoths.
We have the team that 0 people are going to be rooting for. We have literally 0 people voting for the team. There's not a single person that wants the Alabama Behemoths to win.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
I can't name anybody who wants this team to win. Anyone that matters, anyway.
What in God's name are you doing?
What the hell? We'll be right back, people, when we sort out this mess. Hello, people. We are back.
So
sorry about that.
Oh, yeah.
We keep running into very weird technical issues. If you did not realize, this is Aben's team. Because, well, they might think that you're not a scrub. They might have
So
false,
the Alabama Behemoths
might have been
team
falsely
that
told.
will be taking home the victory. Highly doubt it, is what Tom says.
Highly doubt it.
But Tom is often proven wrong when he says, "There's no way Venusaur will stall me out." No, you're pretty sure you said there's no way Venusaur will.
No point.
Either way, that's a story for a different time that I will be sure to tell. Rotom Wash was my first round pick.
Wow.
Now, people were like, "Wait, what are you doing?" Because it is not a first round pick typically. But what you didn't realize was, okay, I'll share with you the thought that went behind that Rotom Wash pick. I've got something. If I can find it. So I'm not gonna be. Oh, here it is. This was my Rotom Wash was my first round pick because I have a team I've used on Showdown and on different places, and it is an OU team, and I have like a 75% win with it. It goes Rotom Wash, Venusaur,
Really?
Donphan, Gallade, Gyarados, and Mega Manectric. No. Here's the thing. So I was dead set on building that team. So what I did was I drafted Rotom Wash, which is a good pick overall. It's got versatility, and then I went Venusaur. And when I got Venusaur, I was so happy. It is my favorite core. The only weakness that core has is Psychic. So that core, I was so happy with that core. And then something happened.
What happened with the next Pokemon?
Someone made a mistake. That was you. Because if you hadn't publicly posted in the chat that you wanted Donphan, I probably wouldn't have it right now. because
wasn't a mistake
here's what
that I made,
happened.
'cause I'm happy
Tom
with you.
said, I'm going to pick Donphan. And I was like, no.
The reason why, guys, is because I was going to initially call my team the Miami
So
Dolphins.
I was like, no, you
Dolphins
can't take
instead of
Donphan. I
Miami
need
Dolphins.
Donphan. I got down on my hands and knees and I begged Tom to give me Donphan. And the agreement was
As you can
I'm
see,
no
I
longer
gave-
allowed to
I gave it
trash
to him, so-
Almastar or Almanite or say anything about them. But I get Donphan.
Ever
So
again.
we're happy.
Also, the deal about being able to redraft a Pokemon was added. Which
What do you mean?
Is that technically a rule?
Yeah.
Well, you know, at the end you said we could redraft one. That was technically added because I told you.
No, I
straight away
had
didn't
plans on
want
doing
Almastar on
that
my team.
anyways.
Oh, cool. So basically, I told him he cannot say anything bad about Almastar
Yeah.
and Omanite.
So
But I'm kicking it off my team.
before we get sentimental about how awesome my team is, I'd like to point out I've got the Rotom Venusaur core, a beautiful core. They mix well together. They can work well on their own. I don't see anything bad about that. Donphan is versatile as all hell. It's Stealth Rock. It's got Rapid Spin. It can be an all-out attacker. It can be defensive. It can be Assault Vest with like priority. It can do anything I want it to do. I
Hell,
have
people
run
run
Assault Vest Donphan.
on Donphan?
Yeah.
Wow.
Don.
That's news to me. I've never seen it before.
Don.
I honestly, I backed away from Donphan because I kind of got something to do the same
Mammoth
job,
one.
but a little bit better for my team. Obviously, for your
But
team.
Donphan was on the original team I was
Yeah,
trying to
Mammoth
build.
Better for my team, but not for yours.
So I grabbed Donphan,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I was like,
sure.
okay, cool. I got Donphan. We're good. Comes around, and it gets. Do you see where Zero has the Toxic Rook pick? It got to there, and Zero was like, maybe I want Electivire. And I was like, no, sorry, it was back around to his Noivern, because it was on the way back to me. He was like, I want Electivire. I'm like, no, you can't do this to me,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
again. So, I don't know what is wrong with these people, but if I get down on my hands and knees and beg and shed maybe a single tear, and maybe blackmail him with the fact that I'll take his mascot if he doesn't give it to me, I get what I want.
To be fair, with me, it wasn't that I let you have it. I let you have it.
Zero
and
let
there
me
was a
have it
deal with
because
I don't know why
I
Zero
threatened
let
to
you
take
have it.
Luxray and make it have the worst percentage in the league. I was so tempted, but I wasn't
should've
throwing
done it
away a
anyway.
pick like that. Yeah.
By the way, Zero's
So,
mascot
Tom's
is
favorite
Luxray,
pick,
that's why, guys.
the Electivire. You've told me time and time
How is
again,
it my
Aiden,
favorite
you
pick?
could not have made a better pick.
I have told you time and time again. I think Electivire is the worst Pokemon on your entire team. I don't see it putting him much work.
It can be
It's a good
physical, it can be
Pokemon.
special, it
I
can be
don't see
banded, it can be
putting much
specs,
work
it can
against
be
anybody.
what?
Okay, tell me whose team it does well against.
Well,
Tell me whose team it does well
it'll
against.
do well against Pinkies. No, it'll do well against
I have
yours.
Mammothswine, so it's not doing well
Tell
against.
me how your Mammothswine's gonna take a low kick to the face.
How?
Okay. That doesn't
That's
stop
like-
your Mammothswine from being at extremely low health.
Okay,
Fortress?
how
I'll run
how are you
Fire
gonna do anything
Punch.
Fortress? Yeah. So you're gonna run Fire Punch. What else? Are you
Yeah,
gonna
I don't need Thunder
It's
Punch
against
for your
me,
team.
remember?
Yeah.
Really?
When you won't get a
Really? What
chance to
about
burn
when I
you with
burn you
Sableye.
Sableye? When you do
No,
that? Well, I won't get a chance, will I?
no,
Ah.
you won't.
We'll see.
Attack Rotom Heat? I don't need to
How are you
attack with
gonna attack Rotom
Electivire.
I'm just saying that you pointed
said
out my
Pinky,
team as
actually.
your first one that you're good against. Ah, yeah. To be fair,
Yeah,
actually,
well,
no offense to
okay,
Pinky.
anyways, so I've moved on from Electivire. I'm like, okay, here's the thing. I looked at my team, and we have the OUU limit. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to build this team. I need a utility Pokemon, something, because I need alternates to what's on the team. So I grabbed Empoleon. I'm like, Empoleon can be physical, not as well, but it can be special. It can get rid of Stealth Rocks and stuff with Default. It can do what I want it to do. It's a good Pokemon. It's a good all-round Pokemon. Would you agree about that one?
yeah, I think it's a very good pick for the team.
It has
I don't know how many. It
electric,
doesn't have that many
ground, and
weaknesses, as
fighting,
far as
I
I'm aware
believe.
of.
And then after Empoleon,
Yeah, I
I
think that's
went
it.
with the Galvantula. Now, around the time where I grabbed Venusaur, I think I was walking home. I was talking to Tom, and I said, "There's one Pokemon that I want to draft because I don't want anyone else to use it." And Tom said the same thing, and that we both Galvantula.
We
So,
both said Galvantula.
yeah.
None of us wanted to
So,
have sticky webs being used against us. I'm perfectly fine with him having the sticky webs, even though I keep trying to get rid of it in uh, the practice battle
yeah.
that we did. Superior can use it to boost.
So,
So
I think it's fine.
it's fine by me.
Okay, this is again out of order. Someone decided to do something wrong. Not me. I didn't make the spreadsheet. Okay, so the way this order
This
is
time it
supposed to
wasn't
be
me.
is it's supposed to look like this. It's supposed to look Mega Altaria, Lickilicky, Swampert, Mismagius is the way the order it's supposed to be in. So I'll go with the thing is originally the draft order after Galvantula I had Gallade, Mega Bayonet, Swampert, Mismagius. And I looked at it and like I've got three ghost weaknesses and no resistances. What do I do? So I then realized that Mega Altaria hadn't been picked yet. If I can redraft one of my things to Mega Altaria, that'll be golden. It's an amazing Pokemon. So after the draft order ended, I said, "Does anyone want my Mega Bayonet?" And Pinkie Pie comes out and says, "I want it. I will give you my Lickilicky for it." And I'm like, "It's a ghost resistance. It's what?"
Do you know what?
Shut up.
Resistance would have been better?
Anyway, so I was like, you know what? It'll do. So I give him my Mega Bayonet. So for my Lickilicky, now I don't have a Mega. I redraft Gallade into Mega Altaria. Yeah.
Which I think was a very good pick. Mega Altaria can
Yeah.
run
So
three
I'm
different sets
happy with it.
incredibly
I'm
successfully.
sticking with Mega Altaria. Lickilicky, once again, I said it's there because I didn't want Bayonet. I can still run it. It out of all the Pokemon on everyone's team, it's gonna be the one who doesn't come to the most battles. I don't have faith in it. It's honestly just there, so I could get Mega Altaria. Yeah, exactly.
You do Cloud9 could be useful for
I mean, if he wants to use Gastrodon and set up Sandstorm, I'll.
Not bad. Actually, yeah. Jack might decide to run the Sand team because he has Sorry, Excadrill.
Anyway, so then it was
Gastrodon work very
Swampert
well in Sand.
because I was like, you know what, I need some more bulk because you know who is bulk? Adam, not me. So I was like, I'll grab a Swampert. It's another Cell Rock user. It can attack hard. It can hit hard. I was happy with Swampert. It's a very good Pokemon. I'm kind of surprised it wasn't taken earlier. And then Miss Mag, yeah. And then Miss
I reckon
Magius
you
was just kind of there because I needed another good hard special attacker. Yeah. Well, I had two other
Needed
ghost
ghost
types at
type
that
as well.
point. No, sorry, one ghost type,
Oh, yeah.
one psychic type. Yeah.
No, one,
So I
yeah,
was like,
Mega
you know
Bayonet.
what? I can go with Miss Magius. It's good. So then I did the redrafts, and then my final team ended up being the best one in the league. Very, very top tier. Maybe higher
and
tier
no
than
one else
Adam
is.
and Jax. We don't know. Oh, we never did. No,
Actually,
I know. I said
we
it
never
was
talked
around
about what tier
like
Vertigo is.
middle-ish.
So
Yes.
so you think Jack, Adam, and you have high tier?
Yeah.
Me and Vertigo are mid-table.
Yeah, and
I
zero.
think on the other mid-table side is Alex. I'll get
So,
on to that.
are we agreeing that my team is the best one? Yes. No
Alex
rebuttals?
is-
Okay, so let's move on to the Miami Heatrans. Oh, best and worst, yes.
No, wait. Your best and worst. Your best, in my opinion, is Venusaur.
What?
Venusaur.
Venusaur? Okay, you just...
Venusaur. Yeah.
Oh, is
Wanna
that
beat
the one?
me?
Is that
Wanna
what
stall
you
a free
were
my Pokemon? It's still.
Yeah, so 75 turn stall,
A little
Venusaur
bit.
comes through against... It
It
was...
wasn't 75 turns of stall.
Yeah, well,
it was
it's
the
still
last. It was
stall.
the last like 30 turns of stall. Fine. Well, when I now that was without when I that was with
Yeah,
that was when I didn't have
that's a
Mega
good point.
Sableye. With Mega Sableye, I win because you can't leech seed me. But yes, I think your best one is probably Venusaur because it just deals with a lot of mons. I think
No,
your worst
no,
pick
no.
is Electivire, as I said before. Well, okay, so who's your best and obviously your worst is
Yeah,
Licky Licky in your opinion.
Licky aside, Miss Magius is probably the worst, but Licky is just kind of there. My best, I want to say Electivire just to spite you. I like Mega Altaria.
Empoleon is very good, to be fair.
Mega Altaria, I think so.
Mega Altaria, you think it's your
Yeah.
best? Yeah.
Then we've got Alex and Miami Heat Trains. Adam is scared to hell of this team. Because Mega Gallade
I don't know why Adam's
Mega
so scared of
Gallade
this team. Like,
tears
Alex's
through
team
the
looks
entirety
good.
of Adam's team except for Whimsicott.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Which
yeah,
is why
Jesus
he
Christ.
was so happy when I subbed out
No,
Gallade
Glycerin.
for Altaria, because he's like, oh, another Gallade I don't have to deal with. Yeah. But, I mean, like, it's still there.
Deal with Mega Gallade.
Yep.
Actually, no,
So he
Mega
got Mega
Gallade,
Gallade, amazing first round pick, and then he grabbed Porygon Z.
Which was surprising because
But I like Porygon Z better, honestly.
Porygon Z at that time.
It's a good Scarfer. He
Really?
then took Heatran.
Yes.
Yeah.
Florida, Miami.
Wait, I just realized something. You never grabbed Rattata.
I don't know how I feel about that. Sorry? Yeah, I know. I was initially going to redraft my Omastar to be the Endeavor Quick Attack Rattata set, and I just decided not to go with it due to me having no physical attackers at that time.
Anyways, I just...
How have you only just remembered this? Everyone else completely forgot about it.
Because I was just thinking about how each team, or most teams, had their mascots. Or some of them did. Yeah. Well, sorry, half of them would have.
Adams doesn't.
Wait, I'm a liar. Only 3 of them do. Because I don't have Beheum, you don't have Rattata, Vertigo doesn't have Joltik, and Adam doesn't have Kakuna, Pinky doesn't have Ducklet. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but okay, they're their own personal mascots. Jack has his, Vertigo
Zero
has
has
his.
his.
Adams
I don't,
has his.
you don't, Pinky doesn't.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Pinky does, because it's
Pinky
Leafeon.
had a Ducklet.
So,
Oh yeah.
okay.
Well, Alex does.
Anyway, so we're getting
personal
off topic.
mascot
So he
on
grabs
there,
the
but his
Heatran,
team
great
one.
Pokemon. I was considering choosing it and just straying from my T building, but I didn't. He then goes with Florges, a specially defensive bulk wall. I love Florges.
Oh my freaking
I
god!
love
I
it.
hate Florges. I despise it. I like using it. I hate it being used against me. I hate aromatherapy, wish, moonblast, calm mind, whatever you want to freaking run on it. Protect,
Okay,
toxic.
so
it's
he's got
annoying as hell.
got Doug Trio and Golbat,
I'm
2
salt-
lower
I'm
tier
salty about
picks,
Florges,
one
basically.
extreme offense, one extreme defense. I like it. Breloom, his last OU pick was 4th last. I like it. He's got Jellicent, a special wall.
It's alright,
Same with
yes.
Roserade, except Roserade can be more offensive, which I like. It's more of can take some special hits and deal out damage in return, but it's not a wall. Right.
By the way, Alex's team has
Yes.
6 Pokemon weak to my Mammothswain. That's
I don't know who you're
that's
talking
not the
about.
only person to have many Pokemon weak to
Oh.
my Mammothswain.
It's
It's not you.
okay.
Alright.
That was
You can beat 4 of
relevant.
your Pokemon with it. It's not you.
You didn't beat Venusaur with it though. That's all that matters.
No.
Anyways,
It died
and then he's got the
before I could use it.
Xatu, which is good Magic bounty, so I
Right.
like it. Yes, I talked about them.
Wait, did we do Jellicent and Roserade?
You're too busy having nightmares
Oh,
about
but on Jellicent and
Venusaur.
Roserade. Oh, okay, yeah, probably. On Jellicent and Roserade's
Yes.
part, the two work very well together. That's one thing I had to point out. They do
Overall,
work very well together in the same
Alex's team
team. Now,
is not very intimidating, but they work well. Yeah.
yes, he's the third mid-table side. I think his worst pick is
Yeah,
Doug
I
Trio
don't know how I
Mammothswain.
feel about Doug Trio.
I don't see it putting in much work. It might be
His
a good revenge
best
killer,
one?
because I know it has Arena Trap, but...
Mega Gallade. I know it's sad just to choose the number 1 pick, but it's his best pick.
Well, we didn't
I
have a
did.
number 1 pick for anyone else, did we?
Yeah. Wow, you're
Oh,
bad.
did you? Whatever. Porygon Z, I think, might have been his best pick
So,
because of...
We've gone
the
through,
very
and as
good
we
start.
get to the end of the thing,
Very
we... Okay.
I want to do this one. With Zero's team, as I said, there's one other person who has a ginormous Mamoswine weakness. Mamoswine is super effective to Garchomp, Toxicroak, Noivern, Luxray,
Yes.
Krookodile,
And if you run the
Torterra,
knockoff, you
and
can hit
Megadance.
Frostlass, Dusknoir, and Espeon. Basically,
And
if you run
Dusknoir.
Icicle Crash, Knockoff, and Earthquake,
Yo, dude. And Ice
Mamoswine
Shard just for the
will
speed.
kill
Like
the
a
entirety of his team.
This is the Louisiana Luxrays, even though
I
on
don't
some
know
live
who
streams
forgot
it's
to
London
fix that.
Luxrays because Aiden is a dumbass. His first Mon pick is Garchomp, which I think is very good. It could be Choice Banded, very rarely. Choice Scarfed, which is what it usually is, or Focus Sashed. It's pretty decent for a first
He
pick,
was
to be honest,
7th.
considering he picked like 6th.
Well, I mean, sorry,
7th.
technically he was 7th,
Yeah.
but Eddie chose Mr. Mime. Anyways, then he got Espeon, which I like, personally. Espeon's an amazing Pokemon. He then went with Toxicroak.
It's very good. It,
I don't like it as a 3rd-tier pick.
I don't know how I feel about it. No, it wasn't that high.
And then he grabs Noivern. So at this point, I'm like, okay, he's got 2 quad weaknesses to Ice. And then as for, because he was scared that I would take it, he chose Luxray, which was an ego pick, which I disagree with because I don't like ego picks.
As we already mentioned.
And then I'm like, okay, all right, Mamoswine at this.
No offense, but you're Behem. Your mascot's Behem. No one. It's not.
Yeah, that's why I didn't
it's
pick
a
it.
massive ego pick if you pick it, and it's a massive.
And
risk
then
if
I'm
you
like,
pick it,
okay,
that's why you don't-
he's weak to Mamoswine. He's weak to Mamoswine. It wasn't picked yet, but I knew someone would pick it. Don't pick another thing. Crocodile.
Krookodile is one of my favourite physical walls in UU. Funnily enough, because you can run Intimidate and Max Defense and HP, and you can put Stealth Rocks and Toxic on it. It's actually a really, really good mon. Unfortunately, it suffers from being really bad against Mamoswine syndrome.
And he grabs
Other than-
Frostlass
other
and
than
like,
that,
thank God you have
Krookodile
something
is
to
good
resist ice. And I'm like, okay, you've got this, Zero. You've got this. Make your last 3 pick Torterra. Yep.
4 times weak to ice again. The third
And
4 times weak.
I was disappointed. Mega Deoncey,
Which is
not something to shrug
funny.
off. It will.
No, we were all, when you
Yeah,
picked that, we were
like it was like,
yeah,
oh, we should have
that mon's
taken
still
that.
available. It's a very good mon considering it has that ability
Pixelate?
that's gone from my head.
No, Magic. Oh, does it have Magic Bounce?
Magic Bounce.
Oh, so there's 2 Magic Bouncers. Crap!
Yeah, Mega Dance against Magic Bounce. Yeah. So your Galvantiner
No, I don't want to still knock down
and
him.
Dumbfang have a lot of fun on his team.
Or Empoleon.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, you put it on Swampert instead. And his last pick was
Because the way the
Dusknoir,
last
and at
round
this
worked
point,
is it went from
Dusknoir
Pinky
was not
down to
taken.
Jack.
Yeah, it went this way. So, but yeah, it's quite. I don't know. It's good because obviously, if it gets knocked off, it's still
Yeah.
decent.
And
I think he should have Dusknoir
overall, his team is lower. I think he's maybe gonna come 3rd last. I don't feel well.
Wait,
Pinky,
3rd last. Who's finishing the bottom 2?
you.
And bitch.
Honestly, I don't. As much as I like Zero's battler, I don't think his team's gonna hold up to everyone else's. Yeah,
it
if
might
he's smart with it,
Then if he
he
he's
could
really
come through.
smart
I don't
with
think
his,
he's gonna
like,
win,
with
though.
the plays.
Oh my! We haven't talked.
Speaking of not being able
Worst
to win.
pick for you,
Oh
Torterra.
yeah, Dusknoir.
He has 3 quad weaknesses to
Yeah,
ice,
dude.
though.
I actually like Torterra. I'm very happy he picked. Yeah, I
His
know.
team just
His
seems
team
like a
building
bunch of good
strategy was not very good,
Pokemon
although, to be fair,
trying to
I'm the
work
one who
together
did
that
pick-
won't work together.
Yeah, well, I'm the one who didn't. I can't
That's a
really
very
talk
good
about team
point.
building. I didn't pick physical attackers until my last 3
Yeah.
picks.
But
His
speaking
best
of
mon, I
not
think,
being
is
able to
Espeon.
win, I don't even want to say the name.
You guys can't
I
read
don't
it
even
very
want to say the
properly,
name.
but one of his Pokemon is not
It's a
fully
disgrace.
evolved. We had the Flock Ducklets.
I
run
love
by
Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie's amazing.
Pinkie
He
Pie's
chose
hilarious,
Staraptor as
but
his first pick.
in terms
Let's
of team
start it
building,
with that.
I don't think he's. Yeah, Staraptor was a decent first pick.
I was like, you know
most
what?
of us picked
I was
OU
like, I don't
Pokemon as our
expect much
first.
of Pinkie,
Staraptor's
honestly.
UU,
I expect
fair
him to
enough.
have fun with it. I don't expect him to try very hard. I was like, you know what? Maybe he's actually going to give it a shot. And he chooses Leafeon. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to blame him. Leafeon's a good Pokemon. He grabs a Zoomerl. And I'm like,
Leaf.
I'm like, yes, Pinkie's actually
Zimmer was
trying.
on my list.
And then
It
he
was
grabs
very
Snorlax. And I'm thinking, oh, well. He's like, oh, it's a wall. Yeah, he's got. Oh, no. Because I'll explain it.
good.
Oh,
On my
Snorlax
list is
above
Ninetales.
Ninetales. Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
No,
So I
no,
was
Zero
knowing
and
it's
Snorlax
Snorlax,
and
which I'll
Ninetales
explain in a
are the
minute.
things we're worried
He
about.
grabs Ninetales and like,
good.
oh, that's Leafeon support right there.
Okay.
And he grabs Geodude. And we were like, Pinky, are you sure you want Geodude? And he's like, yes, I want Geodude.
We asked him like 4 or 5
And then
times,
he
guys.
grabs Mr. Meow, as he calls it, or Meowstick, which at that point I was like, no, we can't let him do this. We can't let him do this, guys. No, please, no. Yeah, which I'm like, what are you doing, Pinky? That doesn't. Does that thing get it as well? Hold on, I'm actually searching it up. You continue. No, not what you think.
It doesn't get it. But,
No, I know.
oh, it's not Explosion, is what you're thinking of. Then he picked the Gigalith, which is honestly, even though it's in his worst selection of Pokemon, like the bottom is.
Okay,
worst,
it doesn't get
Gigalith-
assist.
Gigalith is not
Okay.
a bad poke.
Yeah. And then he
Gigalith is
picked
not a bad
Lickilicky,
poke,
which
is
I
what I'm
traded
saying.
for Make the Net. Here's the thing about his initial draft. We're gonna pretend Lickilicky's still there. When I saw Snorlax, I was like, oh no, Pinky's coming out.
Yeah.
Because here's what Pinky likes to do. He'll start out. Yeah, he'll bring 5 Pokemon. He won't bring 6. He'll bring 5. He'll lead with Meowstick, and behind the Meowstick will sit the Lickilicky, the Gigalith, the Geodude, and the Snorlax. And he'll use Assist on the Meowstick, and it will explode. And then he'll bring out the other 4, and they will all explode. Which is why I was more than happy to take away the Lickilicky from him. Yes. Because that is as soon as he chose the Geodude, I'm like, oh no, this isn't going to end well. Because that was his second exploding Pokemon, I'm like, no, please, no. No. Don't do this to us. Yeah.
Well, his worst
Yeah.
Pokemon is obviously Geodude.
I do...
His best is Azumarill, I think. I know you picked
Yes.
Mega Bayonet, so you might say
Yeah.
Mega Bayonet is the best.
Okay, so we've gone over each team. I want to talk about how you think the standings will be. I think Pinky will be second last. Yeah. Zero will be third last.
Pinky be second last.
What? I think Alex will be fourth last.
Continue.
Vertigo will come fourth, in a sense.
Yeah.
I think Jack will come third. I think I'll be second, and I think Adam will come out on top, and I think you'll be last.
Okay. If you guys look at my team, do you genuinely think I'm going to finish?
No, I'll be in all seriousness. I think Pinky's gonna be last. I think Adam will come out on top, and I think it'll be a fight between me, Vertigo, and Jack for third place. I think you might come around fourth or fifth. Like I don't know.
Fair enough.
I feel.
I am predicting it to end the exact
Really?
way it is
From
right
left to
now,
right?
from right to left. Except,
Okay.
no. Well, yeah, bottom is Pinky, 0, Alex, Aiden, Vertigo, me, Adam. Oh no, the only thing I want to switch around is I want to switch mine. I want to put you and Alex.
You think so?
Head of Vertigo. Vertigo's going to finish third to last. Because Vertigo will be recording.
No, because when it comes to the commentary, you'll be recording though. I just.
It might be maybe when he's around recording, he's not good. We don't know. We'll have to find out.
Yeah, but that's basically just a recap of all the teams. We went into detail on what we felt about all of them. I think it's going to be a good set of tournament battles.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this pretty much hour-long video.
Yeah, but I think that's about it, right? Just like I did the last time, I'd like to wish you a happy birthday if it's your birthday today, because everybody needs some love. Anything else, Tom? Yep.
No, are we done? So, thank you guys for watching this very long episode. This is going to be the first... This will be the first episode out before the actual battles. I want to kill Aiden. In fact, bye Aiden. So, the power of being able to kick. So, as always, guys, until next time, have fun and goodbye!